So do you also wish to generate and publish your blogs on your Google Blogger account automatically using an AI? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create engaging AI agent blog post and publish effortlessly with Pabbly. So as a content creator, I want to create and publish my blogs on Google Blogger automatically using an AI. So now here my objective is that when I'm going to add a new title in my Google Sheets, then automatically using the details, OpenAI should generate the blog, and after that automatically that blog should be published on my Google Blogger account, and after publishing the blog automatically the status for the same should be updated in my Google Sheets. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Google Sheets with OpenAI, Google Blogger and Google Sheets again using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me all take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to automate your blog content creation using AI agents on Pabbly. So this method will save you time, keep your website updated and help you attract more readers effortlessly. Okay, so as you all know that as a content creator, I often struggle to keep up with writing engaging blog posts consistently. So now brainstorming ideas, drafting content and then publishing it can be time consuming. So by using an AI agent and Pabbly, I can automate this entire process. For example, I can simply provide a topic or an outline and the AI generates a well-structured blog post for me. Okay, so with Pabbly, this content is then automatically published on my blog without any manual work. This only saves me hours of effort but also ensures my website stays updated with fresh content, helping me attract more readers and grow my audience. Okay, so now here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Google Sheets with my OpenAI account and Google Blogger account using an automation software. And now firstly and in this video, we are going to see the working of this automation by simply adding a new title and the target audience over here in my Google Sheets. And here my objective is as soon as I'm going to add the details over here, then automatically using the details, OpenAI is going to generate the content for my blog, and after that automatically a post is going to be drafted in my Google Blogger like this. Okay, so now here let's add the details in the Google Sheets. And here you can see I've successfully added a new title and the target audience over here. So now let's wait for some seconds, and then whenever we are going to see a post status updated over here as posted, then automatically you can understand that your post is being drafted in your Google Blogger account for this particular title. Okay, so now here let's wait for some seconds. And here you can see the status has been updated as posted over here. Okay, so now let's go and check our Google Blogger. And here you can see we have successfully generated a new post over here with the same title that we entered in our Google Sheets over here. So let's open it for you. And here you can see the entire body in the HTML format. So now let's preview the blog. And here you can see the preview of the blog that we have successfully drafted using the amazing automation that I've already created. Okay, so this was all about the working of this automation. Now here in this video, we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this automation by simply connecting your Google Sheets with your OpenAI account and Google Blogger using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software, and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. Okay, so here on my screen you can see Pabbly Connect's homepage, and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect/ina/ in your browsers. And here you can see two options, that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and here to build my connection I need to create a workflow first. So for that I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create engaging AI agent blog post and publish effortlessly. Okay, so now here after giving a name to my workflow it is asking me to select the folder. So in the left side corner of this dashboard you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here, and by clicking on this it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Okay, so now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Sheets, as I am adding new title for my blog in my Google Sheets. Okay, so Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet program that allows you to create, edit and share spreadsheets online. So in my Google Sheets trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row, so that whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheet, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. Okay, so now after selecting my trigger event, you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so following the instructions given below, here I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Google Sheets account. Okay, so now here I'm going to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect in order to capture the new title responses in Google Sheets. Okay, so here before moving forward with the connection, what we are going to do is that we are going to add a new data over here, that is title and the target audience. Okay, so now let's add the data. So here I've successfully added the title and the target audience, and now what we are going to do is that we are going to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so now here in order to connect your Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, what you need to do is that you need to install an add-on in your Google Sheets account. Okay, so here to install that add-on you have to click on this extensions, and from here you have to click on this add-ons. Now here under this add-ons you have to click on this get add-ons. Now here in this Google Workspace Marketplace, you have to search for an add-on, that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And then you have to install this particular add-on in your Google Sheets in order to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so here you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So moving back, and now after installing this particular add-on, you have to follow exactly the same steps. Okay, so once you have installed the add-on, you have to refresh your Google Sheets, and that's a necessary step. Alright, so now after refreshing your Google Sheets, you have to click on this extensions, and then you'll be able to see your option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here. So from here, you have to select initial setup. Now here in the initial setup, it is asking me to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So in this webhook URL field, I need to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. And now here after entering the webhook URL, it is asking me to enter the trigger column. So it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here you can see my last data column in Google Sheet is column B. That means whenever I'm going to add the data till column B, then automatically I want to capture the response in Pabbly Connect. So for the trigger column, I'm going to enter my column as column B, and then I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says setup configured successfully. That means we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets. Okay, so once we have set up the webhook, what we are going to do is that we are going to test this connection. So here to test this connection, we are going to click on the send test button given over here. And here you can see it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent the first row data of a Google Sheet to our Pabbly's workflow. That means to this webhook URL. Okay, so now let's go and check it. But here before moving back to Pabbly's workflow, you have to follow another very important step to completely connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so for that you have to click on this extensions, and from here you have to select Pabbly Connect webhooks. And from here you have to turn on this send on event. So by turning it on, then automatically whenever you're going to add a new detail in your Google Sheets, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, or you can say it is going to send the data to Pabbly's workflow. Okay, so now let's check it, and here you can see we have received a tick in front of send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. Okay, so now let's move back to our Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the trigger column. Here you can see the title, here you can see the target audience and some other details as well, such as row index. Okay, so with this we have successfully set up a trigger over here. So once we have received new details from Google Sheets, then automatically using the details, I want to generate my blog post through OpenAI. So for that I need to connect my OpenAI with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here I'm going to select my action application as OpenAI. So OpenAI is a company that develops advanced AI tools and models like ChatGPT. People use OpenAI to create content, write code, answer questions, and even generate creative ideas. So in my OpenAI action step, I'm going to select my action event as ChatGPT, so that using ChatGPT, OpenAI can generate the content for my blog post. So now here to connect my OpenAI with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again, here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your OpenAI account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking me to enter the token. So here, following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my OpenAI account, and from here I'm going to click on this API keys given in the left side bar, and here in the API keys you can see all the existing keys that I've created over here. And now here I'm going to generate a new key by clicking on this create new secret key, and here I'm going to give a name to my key, that is new blog, and I'm going to select my project as default project, and then I'm going to click on this create secret key. Okay, so this is the API key, so I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and now here I'm going to paste the API token. And now here, after entering the API token, I'm going to click on the save given over here. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the AI model. So here by clicking on this drop down menu, you can see all the AI models available. So here in this particular case, I'm going to select my AI model as GPT-4 because I want to use this particular AI model to generate the content for my blog post. Okay, so now you have to selecting the AI model. It is asking me to enter the prompt. So I need to enter the prompt that I want to give to AI to generate the content for my blog post. Okay, so I'm going to enter a valid prompt. And here you can see I've successfully added a prompt over here where I've left the space for the topic and the target audience. And here you can see I've given some instructions to the AI to generate the proper content for my blog post. Okay, so now here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step or my previous steps. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever we are going to receive new details through our Google Sheets, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the topic, I'm going to map the title of my blog, and here for the target audience, I'm going to map the target audience. And with this, we have successfully completed the prompt over here. So here, let me tell you that I have given a prompt to write everything in HTML format because I want to use HTML format to generate a blog post for me. Okay, so here I've given the format as HTML format, and now after entering both the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send as request given over here. And here you can see I've received a successful response where we have successfully received a content generated in the HTML format. Okay, so with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So once we have generated the content using ChatGPT, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to post this content in my Google Blogger account as a draft. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here. And here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as Google Blogger. So Google Blogger is a free platform that allows you to create and publish your own blog online. And now here in my Google Blogger action step, I'm going to create a blog first. So for that, I'm going to select my action event task, create a post. And now here to connect my Google Blogger with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Again, here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Blogger account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. And here I'm going to click on this continue and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward. And then here is asking me to enter the blog ID. So here to get this blog ID, let me take you back to my Blogger account. And here you can see my blog ID as connect over here. So moving back to Pabbly's workflow. And here for the blog ID, I'm going to select my blog ID from this drop down menu as connect over here. And then here is asking me to enter the title. So here in this title field, I need to enter my blog title. So again here instead of entering the detail manually, here I'm going to map the data. That means here I'm going to map the title from the response that I've received in my Google Sheets. So this is the title. So I'm going to map it over here. And then here it is asking me for the content. So here it says content for the blog post. For YouTube post map amended HTML code here. Use list video by ID action of YouTube to get amended HTML code. So here you can see that I have to enter the content in a HTML format. That's why I've generated the content in HTML format by OpenAI. So I'm going to map that over here. And now here after entering the content, it is asking me for the status. So here by clicking on this drop down menu, you can select the status of your blog. You can select it as draft, you can select it as scheduled and the live. So here I want to publish my blog directly. So I'm going to select live only. And then it says is it draft. So for that I'm going to select no, because here I'm going to directly publish my blog. So I've selected no. And then here it is asking me for the date published, labels and some other details. So here these fields are not required fields. Here I'm going to leave all of them blank. But if you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. And now you have to enter all the required details. I'm going to click on the save and sentence request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the status as live. That means we have successfully published our blog in our Google Blogger account. Okay, so now let's go and check it. And I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully published a blog over here with the same title. So let me open this for you. Here you can see the HTML body and now I'm going to preview the post over here. And here you can see the post that we have successfully published in our Google Blogger account, whose content we have generated using OpenAI. Okay, so with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. Okay, so now after posting a blog on our Google Blogger account, I also want to update the status about the same in my Google Sheets under the specific column that is post status. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here. And here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application again as Google Sheets. And here in this action step, I'm going to select my action event as update a cell value so that I can update that particular column value. And now here to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build this connection, I'm going to select add new connection because I have connected my Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect in my trigger step previously. So here I'm going to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect in this action step. So I'm going to build a new connection. And if your Google Sheets account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account. And here I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here is asking me to select the spreadsheet. So I've already shown you that I have my spreadsheet with the name blog post. So I'm going to select my spreadsheet as blog post. And then here I'm going to select my sheet as sheet 1, and then here it is asking me to enter the range. So it says enter the range of the sheet that needs to be updated here. Example C5, that is column name plus row index. So here you can see my column name is column C over here. So I'm going to enter the column name as C, and then here for the row index, I'm going to map the row index from the response that I've received in my Google Sheets. So I'm going to map the row index, and then here it is asking me for the value that is going to be updated. So for the value, I'm going to update the value as posted over here, and then I'm going to click on the save and sentence request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully updated the column value in our Google Sheets. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have successfully updated the value over here. So with this, we have successfully set up our entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Google Sheets and our action as OpenAI, Google Blogger and Google Sheets. So that whenever we are going to add a new detail in our Google Sheets, then automatically using these details, OpenAI is going to generate the content for our blog, and after generating the content in the HTML format, automatically it is going to post that content as a blog in my Google Blogger account, and after posting that blog, automatically the status is going to be updated in my Google Sheet as well under that specific column. Okay, so these were the steps to how to create engaging AI agent blog post and publish effortlessly. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.